Hey, what's going on to all my gaming addicts and gameaholics? Welcome back to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast, a show all about gaming and other related news to give you that fix to ease your gaming itch. This is episode number 52, and today is September 5th, 2022. I'm your host, Trey Turpin, and in this episode, we're going to go ahead and talk about Xbox Game Pass Family Plan finally getting announced, the PlayStation 5 getting a price increase, and Halo Infinite Season 3 is not looking good. It seems like it even got delayed into 2023 and much more. So, of course, as always, I'm accompanied by my brother, Shane Turpin. What's going on, bruh?
What's up, bro?
Hey man, nothing, man. I know definitely if you're a longtime listener, it's been a few weeks since our last podcast, but I've been doing some military missions and things that I have to take care of. So definitely I'm trying to fit in a podcast whenever I have the time to. And of course, it's Labor Day, it's a 4-day weekend for us. So I actually have the time off and time to do it. So I'm just glad that you're able to make it here with us so we can do this show.
Facts. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be back. It's been a minute, man, but I'm glad, like I said, and we doing what we love. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Let's get
man. I've been
into
wanting
it, though.
to talk about. I've been seeing so much news on my phone. I'm like, man, I was like, can we definitely gotta do a podcast. So here we are.
It's been a
So
little bit, definitely more than here lately. Like, well, before, before our little hiatus, like it was a little dry. Like people were
yeah,
searching, like stressing for content, you know.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely. It's the end of the summer. The summers tend to be dry. But definitely like at the end of August, that's when games started to come out, like the Madden started to come out. And once Madden comes out, that's when the games are starting to roll out. I know that Saints Row came out. And like September, The Last of Us Part 1 came out. A lot of people are playing that and loving it as well. So yeah, it should start to pick up here soon. But yeah, man, I'm ready, man. I didn't know if I know. We'll just go ahead and jump into it. We'll talk about. I'm gonna ask you since it's been a minute. What you've been up to and what you've been playing.
Oh man, honestly, I think I probably had like one day to play, man, and I probably only played for like maybe an hour and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly I played the Watch Dogs too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, mostly I played that, but I did. Well, I jumped into a couple games just checking stuff out. I tried that. What was it? I think it was last night, as a matter of fact. Yeah. I was trying that new game too. I just tried it very briefly. That Tinykin or whatever. I think it just came out the last night or the day before or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
On Game
Hey, I
Pass.
checked it out. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna dive a little more into it, but it was different for sure. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh, what else have I played? I think
Uh,
that's about it. I've jumped into Fall Guys. I haven't. I mean, I've been wanting to jump back into Fortnite just to check it out, but I haven't even dove into that, man. I just
Me
honestly
too.
haven't had time to really devote myself fully to a game like I would like to. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
hopefully that'll change soon.
What? So did you talk about completing that one game last podcast? Forgot what it's
Yeah,
called already.
I believe so. Yeah. The Plague's Tale.
The Plague's Tale. Okay,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
Yeah, Plague's Tale, which is actually leaving this month. I guess Game
yeah.
Pass is getting ready for the sequel to come out. So definitely, if you haven't played that, go ahead and play it. This is pretty much your last chance too. You got a week or two left before it leaves. And I know that other game. I don't know why my mind is blanking on me. That the story game that you and your girl y'all were playing.
Oh, damn, what's it?
Dust Falls.
Dust Falls. Yeah. As Dust Falls.
Yeah, as Dust Falls. There it is. Yeah. So, did everything? Did it end well for you? Were you satisfied with your ending?
How did it end for us? Because I actually had jumped back into that and tried to, do different scenarios and run the story back. Uh, Actually, kind of not really. No,
Hmm.
no, no.
Yo,
I was a
you was
little
upset.
disappointed in my ending. I was like, man, what? For real?
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
wish I would have
crazy.
had a better ending. My ending
Yeah,
was kind of whack for sure.
dang, and the
But
only way to.
the story was dope though. I ain't gonna lie, but my ending was like, for real. That's what I ended up doing for the rest of my life. Like,
Mhm. Where you
that's
do you have to play all the way from the beginning to find out a different ending, or are you able to pick up from certain episodes or
You could pick up from certain areas, like they have like a story tree or whatever, a story, yeah, tree or whatever, and it shows you like where it splits at and where like your decision points are. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
then it has like certain spots along the way where you can start and play the story from. So you can start
Right.
from wherever in the story you want to, pretty much.
Okay. That's pretty dope. Yeah, I was this close, like this close to starting it. Like,
Yeah,
because I've been
it was
playing.
actually a little shorter than what I thought. We beat it pretty quick. I
Mhm.
thought so for us, but we did enjoy it and we were hooked on it. So you know,
Yeah, I still want to play it for sure. Was there are you enjoying the Watch Dogs too? I have to
yeah,
ask.
man.
Yeah.
So far I'm liking it, man. Which I kind of figured I would. It kind of reminds me of a lot of things, really. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
definitely just the cyber element type deal. You know what I mean? The sneaking around, like that's my type. I like that type of game. So I
Mhm.
already knew I was gonna pretty much like it. You know what I mean? I don't know if
Mhm.
I'll get tired of it or not. Like if it gets repetitive or whatnot. But so far so good.
So have you okay, because you never played the first one. So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So the
I
second
think
one,
I mean I have, but it was like it was like for maybe like an hour, 20, 30 minutes. Like you know what I mean? Like I never got to dive into it. Like I had maybe just picked it up and played it for a session. You
yeah.
know what I mean? But
Hmm.
like never like beat it or got any further than that on it.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. Because I know the first one I played that a lot, and because it was one of the first games that really came out like in 2014 for like the Xbox One and PS4. So I remember renting it on GameFly, playing it, and yeah, it was actually pretty fun. It was a lot of controversy behind it because that's when Ubisoft was doing like they was just making the game look better than what it really turned out to be. Uh, so yeah, it was fun. I just haven't jumped in the second one because I kind of got burnt on the first one, but I definitely want to play it, especially since it's on Game Pass. Um, but yeah, okay. Was there anything else, or was that it?
Nah, that's about it for me, man. How about you?
Me, I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing a lot of that Far Cry 6. I know it was when before the game was coming out, I know I was excited for it. It was definitely like the setting and everything. It's like a Cuban, a Hispanic
Mm,
type theme and everything.
it looks
Uh,
dope.
I'm just really drawn to that. Um, I'm really loving it. The character that you play as, Danny Rojas, she's real cool, dope. The villain, definitely I'm loving it as of right now. And I played it but I just never pulled the gun. I never pulled the trigger and bought it. So I was just like, I'll get it on sale because I was afraid it was going to be that Far Cry loop that I know all too well, which so far it is that Far Cry loop, but I haven't played one in forever. Like I'm really enjoying it. And it was free for a weekend a couple weeks back, played it, really liked it, and I just pulled the trigger and actually bought it while it was on sale. And so I've been playing that. Um, and that's actually all I've been playing. I was playing at Multiverses, but it kind of got pushed to the side since I started playing that Far Cry 6. And that's
Mhm.
all I've been playing. Like I really love it, man. It's just something about that culture, that Cuban culture, and just the whole vibes of that game. I'm really enjoying it. The music in that game is outstanding. I love how you hop in the car and when certain songs come on, she starts singing along with the music. Like it just makes it feel like the detail is what I like about that game. And yeah, man, I can't wait to dive back in it, to be honest. Yeah, but that's all I've been playing. I am waiting for. I think the next game I'll probably jump into is that Plague's Tale. It comes out.
Mhm.
No, it comes out October.
October, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
October, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that one too for sure.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, okay. Dang, I don't know why I was thinking it was coming out later this month. Okay, so it just gives you more time to play around with Far Cry 6, maybe jump back into multiverses and see what's going on there. Um, I'm trying to play as much as I can because I know I'm gonna be gone. Go ahead and let you guys know I'm gonna be gone for like a whole month, like starting at the end of October. So it's probably going to be a little hiatus there, and that's like prime gaming season. I'm like, man, but military, give you the call to do something, you got to follow through with it. So, but I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about everything that I've missed and stuff. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man, that's all I've been playing. I'm ready to go ahead and jump in and talk about these topics. All right. So, of course, before we do, I just want to go ahead and say if you would like to go ahead and support the show, go ahead and subscribe to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay up to date when new videos drop. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. For our audio listeners, make sure to subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to stay up to date for new episodes. Also, rate and leave a review, which would help the show out tremendously. On behalf of the Gap, of course, I got to say thank you for everyone for continuing to show love and support. All right. So, the first topic that we're going to go ahead and talk about is this Game Pass family plan has actually been announced by Microsoft. It's not officially out to everyone. It's still they just released it officially to Ireland and Colombia, which were the two places they were actually testing the feature. And I guess they're still testing it, but they actually showed how much it would be a month and just some things about the family plan. So we're going to go ahead and bring that up here. All right. So I have it here. This is actually on theverge.com. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here. So it states, after a leak revealed Xbox Game Pass friends and family branding over the weekend, Microsoft has gone official with its new plan and revealed its pricing in Ireland and Colombia. The new subscription will allow Xbox Game Pass members to share with up to 4 other friends or family members at 21.99 euros per month in Ireland and 49,900 Colombian pesos in Colombia. Microsoft isn't restricting this new Game Pass plan to just family members. And the only restriction is that people who are added to the friends and family plan need to be in the same country. All right. So pretty much, what the name actually says. So it shows here. Currently, we are piloting this plan in Colombia and the Republic of Ireland. Future countries / regions might be added in the next months, says Microsoft in a frequently asked question. Microsoft hasn't announced pricing for the rest of Europe, the UK, or the US yet, but it's likely to be around $25 per month for Xbox Game Pass friends and family in the US. Switching to the plan does mean adjusting the time remaining on your previous plan, and Microsoft will perform a conversion to the friends and family plan. So this actually kind of reminded me of the whole new PlayStation Plus conversion thing that was pretty much a mess. So thankfully, with them actually doing something like this, this gives us a better understanding, and we can actually understand the conversion a lot better. But here it shows that 30 days of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate equals 18 days of Xbox Game Pass Friends and Family. 30 days of Xbox Game Pass just on console is 12 days. 30 days for PC Game Pass is 12 days. 30 days of just Xbox Live Gold will be 12 days. And 30 days of EA Play will equal 6 days for the Xbox Game Pass Friends and Family. So, Shane, you already know we talked about this on last week's episode, or the episode right before this one in episode 51. We went ahead and speculated how much it would cost, what the price would be, and if it's something that we would look forward to. So what do you think about this announcement and a better look at how much it would be a month?
How much is it saying? What's the conversion on that?
The conversion, it's saying that it'll probably equal around up to about $25 per month in the US.
Mm.
It doesn't state it
Killing
exactly.
them. Killing them.
Killing them. It's a good thing. Killing them in a
Killing
good way.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's definitely a lot lower than what I thought. I was thinking $29.99, nothing more than that. So just $5 less, that's a steal, because that's still less than 2 subscriptions by itself.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So the conversion, of course, it's like, if you paid $15 for 30 days of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you're getting 18 days of Xbox Game Pass Friends and Family. So you're getting a little bit more than half a month.
Right. So yeah, about $25, maybe 27, $26.99.
Right. Something. Yeah, we'll find out.
Something like that.
Hopefully
Yeah.
sometime soon. It'll
It's probably $25.99.
Yeah. I can see
That's
that.
probably what it is, $25.99.
Yeah. So I know. I mean, this is a good thing. This just pretty much lets us know that, I don't think anybody was really too far off. Like, this is what everybody was expecting it to be. And the fact that, this will include up to 5 people on one account,
Yeah,
so
that's dope.
$25 for 5 people. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
$5 a person.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this is a
Give me
boss
5
move.
for your Game Pass account, bro. I got you, Cash App.
Yeah, boop. There you go.
No
That's how you
problem.
handle it. You know what I'm saying?
You mean?
But I do know, before we went live, we were talking about how, like, we're not going to convert until our membership ends in like 2024. So
Right.
yeah, I think, because then it's just going to lessen it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It would only make. We already have the. You know what I mean? We got ours for conversion for the low. So why would we waste it?
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 years for the price of one.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we throw that? Why would we turn that into a year and a half? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's not really much to say about it, but because I just wanted to show, like, so it's looking like it's going to be around $25. If it's anything more and we're like wrong and we're getting our hopes up, like, if it is more than that, would you be upset?
It depends how. Nah, if it stays under the $5 more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
$5.30. I could. You couldn't be mad at that. That's the price for 2, get 3 free.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be mad at that. You know what I mean? Like, so that wouldn't bother me. But any more than that, I would start being like, hey, hold up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing.
Right. Some of it, like, I don't need 3 subscriptions. I don't need 2 subscriptions. You know what I mean? If I needed 2 subscriptions or more, you know what I mean, it would be worth it. But if I don't need to,
it kind of makes it feel like the $14.99 isn't even worth it anymore at that point. Like, it seems like you're paying too much.
right?
So, you know what
Facts.
I'm
That is
saying?
true.
Right.
That is true. Because it's like, hold up, everybody else getting it for 5.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you pay $25 a month, like, and that's what I'm trying to figure out how. So I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are like. I don't know. I'm sure they'll definitely make way more money doing it this way. That's like me, like,
But
because
hold
it's
up, though.
what?
Also, they call this the Game Pass family. Does this include Ultimate? Like,
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
is the Game Pass family plan Ultimate, or is it just the regular? You know what I mean? You get what I'm
No.
saying?
It says, with Game Pass Friends and Family, you and up to 4 players can enjoy Game Pass Ultimate for just, €21.99 a month. Everyone can enjoy hundreds of
I just
highly
had to make
quality.
sure it was Ultimate. That's all. I
Yeah.
just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
in that case, hey,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I ain't mad at it.
I'll let you know when I sign up, bro. Then we can just split it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's, hey, big facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's definitely, like, I can't believe they doing it, to be honest, but I'm glad that they are doing it, because there's a lot of families that could
But
probably
then
benefit
again,
from this.
Yeah. But then again, see, in our case, we'd only be saving a couple bucks because it's only two of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll be saving like $4 or $5,
All
you know.
right.
So
Exactly.
I mean, but that's why we just find some other people on board, close, close friends, family. That's what I'm saying. Like,
All right.
I don't know, but yeah,
So, I
definitely.
mean, I got my homeboy and somebody else, we in there. Five, five,
Yeah,
five. Boo.
yeah, man. It makes me wish like my son was older and stuff like that. I know that he would benefit from this.
Right.
Like if he had his own the Series S or whatever, boom, stashed away, boom, here you go, got your own account. Instead of just using the
Yeah, that's definitely what the people are started for families, though, for sure.
mm, yeah,
But it makes sense though, because a lot of people are going to use it like that, but a lot of people are going to use the loophole too. And
yeah.
well, it's not a loophole; it's how they
I mean, but
want it to be.
it's going to bring more players. You know what I'm saying? You're probably going to coach a friend to, jump in who was already on the fence anyway. Then not even that, I feel like the game is to have as many, like this is how many, like if they have a friends and family, that's just, they automatically going to say that's 5 people right there. Whether 3 of it is already just being used, they're going to be like, they're going to
It
tell
counts for 5 people,
developers and
so we
stuff. They're
got
gonna be like
we
5 people.
got
We got this
1
many
billion
people.
people subscribed.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like so, and that's the numbers game. They trying to do that to get more deals, to get more games on Game Pass, and to support online games that are on Game Pass. We got, to make the communities just bigger. So it's definitely a smart move. I mean, they taking a hit. Hey, I'm fine with that. I ain't taking a hit. So
Yeah,
but yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Don't want to ramble on, keep saying the same thing, but definitely let us know what you guys think about it potentially being $25 a month here in the US. And, are you looking forward to it? And are you hoping that it would actually be to come out to other territories by the end of the year? All right. So with that being said, we're going to jump into our next topic here, which is the PlayStation 5 price hike. Now, this was the biggest of the biggest within the past couple weeks that I've been looking at when I've been handling my military business. Like this, like I can't believe it actually happened. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just bring up the article here.
believe it.
Yeah, it's
You
actually on
better believe it. It's
the
real.
the PlayStation blog itself. I can't believe Sony had the cojones to actually talk about this. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Um, boom.
They gotta make a statement. They ain't got no option.
I know they got an option. You know what I'm saying? They had it.
Okay,
But look, all right. So this is on the PlayStation
let
blog.
people speculate and see what happens.
So the PlayStation 5 priced to increase in select markets due to global economic environment, including high inflation rates. All right. So I have it here highlighted. Oh man, hopefully I can read it. Uh, the global economic environment is a challenge that many of you around the world are no doubt experiencing. We're seeing high global inflation rates as well as adverse currency trends impacting consumers and creating pressure on many industries. Based on these challenging economic conditions, Sony has made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price of PlayStation 5 in select markets across Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asian Pacific, Latin America, as well as Canada. There will be no price increase in the United States. They made that very known. All right. And here, right here, I'm not going to go over it, but here's what the prices are going to be now in these territories. I wonder if it's starting like now, or if this is like coming soon. I'm pretty sure it's probably now. But it looks like it's jumping from ranging. It looks like maybe like 20, 30, maybe $50 in some territories. But
I think
nonetheless,
some was up to 100, I believe.
yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't. I wish I had the previous prices on here, but they're just showing what it's going to be now. All right. And it says while this price increase is a necessity given the current global economic environment and its impact on Sony's business, our top priority continues to be improving the PlayStation 5 supply situation so that as many players as possible can experience everything that PlayStation 5 offers and what's still to come. All right. So, all right, Shane, I got a couple questions for you. All right. So they went ahead and hit everybody with this. A lot of people were pretty much mind blown at the fact that this game, or Sony, went ahead and increased the price 2 years into the generation when normally you would see maybe a price decrease. All
Right.
right. So what do you think about them doing that? And what's just your overall thoughts in general?
Damn, Sony.
In high school, you was the
You was the
man,
man,
Sony.
homie. What the happened to you? Nah, nah, no, but man, it's definitely a bad look, man. To me, like I really sit down and thought about it. I really thought about it, man, and it's the money, it's the cash grab, man, and that's what it's. I'm sad to say that, and I'm sad to even have to admit it, but that's what I feel like it is because I mean, like you said, normally 2 years in, they would drop the price. I know inflation and this and that, and this is what's killing me about everything and inflation. But I know this is another topic. Everything is going up. The price of everything is going up, but we're not making any more money. We're not getting any more nothing on the back end. But they want us to pay more everywhere else.
Big
You know what I
facts.
mean? Rent, groceries, gas, everything's going up, but we still making the same paycheck. Like, so it's like I don't know, it's killing me that Sony's like, oh, they're losing out on a few dollars to where they got to up the price and pass it on to us. But we're the
Mhm.
ones that are struggling most of all. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, is Sony really hurting that bad to where they need those couple extra millies or whatever this money's going to make them, which I'm sure it's probably going to be translating to a lot of extra money for
Oh yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah. Like it doesn't make any sense because for one, earlier this, I think it was not earlier last year, Sony went ahead and said that the PlayStation 5 was actually profitable now. So they were actually making money off of every console being sold. For two, they're
Really?
yeah. Oh yeah, it was like in early 2021 they were saying that it was profitable already. So they were already making money off of it. They weren't losing money, you know.
Mm.
And then for two, like they're doing this because they know they can. They know they're in that position to do it. Like, what I'm saying? Like, would they have not have liked to? I'm pretty sure no, but they're like, forget it. We're gonna do it anyway because we need that money because that money that we were making was looking too good. We can't go back. We can't afford to go back. And then for three, they're probably already thinking like, well, shoot, people are buying them already and marking them up and reselling them. Like, at least that's how I'm
Hmm.
thinking. Like
Oh
people
yeah,
are,
they're seeing that. What they're
and
going for? What they're going for? What?
yeah,
Oh yeah, nah, we got to get in on this too,
yeah, exactly.
for
So
real.
they're like, hey, people were buying them secondhand like that. So it's like we might as well charge a little bit more, and put some of that money in our pocket, you know. And to me, I think this is just a big fu to the gamers. They just can't eat that cost. Like you're a $1 billion company and can't eat the cost. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing about it, a lot of people are talking about it. They're saying like they increased the price everywhere except for in the US, where they have competition with Xbox because Xbox actually sells where in the US. uh, they didn't want to do that there. But then I was watching a podcast where they were saying like technically it's already priced up in the US because the only way you could get a PlayStation 5 is if you get the bundle with Horizon Forbidden West, which is $50 more.
Hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's crazy. I think it's a wrong move. I think I mean, I don't know Sony's pockets or anything like that. They probably really doing bad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you can't eat. I thought that was the whole point. You eat costs so you can get people to invest. I think it's because people aren't buying games like if people were buying games left and right like they were, they probably wouldn't have did it. But for the simple fact that they're trying to make as much money as possible, this is something that they're just being greedy in my eyes. you know
Hmm.
I don't know if you had anything else to
And
say.
I feel like the fact that their mindset, they're still stuck in that same business model that Sony's done for years, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like eventually they're going to have to change it or adapt it or overcome and change into something else. They just been in that model of selling consoles and selling you the hardware for that console and selling you the games. That way we can just, you know what I mean? You got to buy our hardware, you got to buy our console, and you got to buy our games that you can only play on our console. You can't get it anywhere else. So you have to pay what we want for it. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, and they don't, you know what I mean, really make any bread if they don't sell consoles and games. If those aren't selling, they're not eating.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like this kind of reminds
So,
me of the PlayStation 3 era when they were trying to tell people, yeah, you probably gonna have to get a second job. This is a premium product. And I know a lot of people like on Twitter. I know Twitter is just a small community and everything like that. But everybody's like the PlayStation people, they're defending Sony for this move, talking about it's a premium console. You need to pay premium prices. I'm like, what? Is that how you really feel? You
right.
know? Like, and in all, what I'm looking at is the fact that like me, it just makes more sense. And like I know they probably didn't plan it this way, but it just makes the Series S that more
Even
appealing.
better,
If
right.
prices are getting higher, like you probably can't afford that, the Series X or the PlayStation 5. So I'm gonna just, if I want next generation or play the newest games, I'm gonna go ahead and get this $300 console, and it does everything except 4K. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
it's just like it just makes more sense, and I just think it's crazy that Sony went ahead and did this. They're following Facebook's move with the Meta Quest, raising their prices $100,
Right.
which
And
kind
I
of
was going
hurts.
to buy one too. That was crazy. That made me upset. Had me so upset. Maybe I'll
Hmm.
catch one on Black Friday for sale or
Yeah,
something.
for the regular price.
Yeah, right. But I'll be
And that,
happy. I'm gonna eat it up though. I'm gonna be so
yeah,
happy.
yeah. Yeah, and that's what they're saying too about the PlayStation 5. Like, maybe around Black Friday, it'll go back down to 499, which is I don't know. I don't know. I
Weird. That
mean,
wouldn't make any sense.
no.
Why up it for a couple months and drop it in a couple months just to, you know what I mean? Why up it just to turn around and drop it a couple months again? That makes no sense. I don't think it's dropping for Black Friday. It's a premium console. You pay for premium products and premium games.
I mean, the
That was a
only
joke.
I totally missed it. I'm over here trying to transition stuff, but
You good?
I mean, I get what you were saying though. Um, like the only silver lining I could think of this is like hopefully um this means that maybe there will be more in stock now, like since you're charging people more, you're going to invest more to put more in stock, maybe. No, you don't think so? Like that's the only thing I could think of, if that is a good thing
Mm,
or not.
nah.
No.
If that was the case, they would have already invested more and then put more out because they were selling it and the demand was so high and they couldn't keep them on the shelf. They would have produced them then. They've had the whole pandemic to make that happen. And I've still yet to see one on a short store shelf. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
so,
Same.
I mean, you can see an Xbox, no problem, at least an S with no problem. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, we can go in your any probably local Walmart and see an S right now. Like,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, and people buying them too.
yeah, right. I
They're buying them.
know a few people eating them up.
Mhm. So what my question is, do you think and I know the big question that the listeners are probably thinking about, Xbox and Nintendo both have went ahead and made statements saying that they don't plan on increasing the prices of their consoles at all. So that was a blow to PlayStation already. You know what I'm saying? So the Xbox, but people are still like, I mean, there is a slim chance that it could happen, but they're hoping that it doesn't. And with them actually saying that, it just lets us, you know, gives us peace of mind. If you were looking to get a Nintendo Switch, or if you were looking to get an Xbox this holiday or what have you, at least they're not gonna, you're saving up for $300, $500, and they're not gonna be like, yeah, nah, it's an extra 50, like that's a game right there.
Well,
And that, like, you already was probably going to pay that. That's more in taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not a good look.
maybe they did it to make up for their subscription service.
That's what I was telling you. That's what they a big reason, which I'm just now thinking about it live on this show, that they probably wouldn't have did this because I remember reading an article or something about saying how PlayStation is losing money, or games aren't being as sold as much,
Yeah, right.
and that's
They're
why
not losing
PlayStation.
money. They didn't make as much as they did
Yeah,
last year
yeah,
as far
yeah.
as game sales go. You know
So
what I mean?
and they didn't even want to do that streaming or that Game Pass service. You know what I'm saying? They were against it, but that was the wave, and it still is the wave. So they went ahead and, like we were saying on the last podcast or previous podcast, that everything that Sony's doing, like, even though they're good moves, they seemed forced. They
Mhm,
don't
mhm.
seem, it just
Like
doesn't seem
calculated, like
natural.
they thought
Yeah,
about it already and pre-planned to do all
yeah,
this. They seem like, oh shoot, we got to do something.
yeah, yeah.
You
So
know what I mean?
it's
Let's
definitely
up the
to make
price.
up for that the new PlayStation Plus, which I believe. But man, that's crazy. I know one little thing, and we'll move on to the final topic here, is that I was listening to a podcast. I'm not ashamed to get some ideas from other podcasts and stuff, and they brought up a good question, where they were saying that, do you think, like, with them increasing the price, was the PlayStation 5 going to be more like Sony wanted to sell it for more than $499 and $399? Like, but of course, the Xbox Series X and S prices, I believe, got leaked, or at least the Series S
Mhm.
got leaked.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think you can see where I'm going with
Definitely,
this. So
definitely. Because wasn't the generation before that, or was the P3 or
it
the
was the PS3 where
P where
they
they
were
had it
like
at
100.
600?
It was a
Yeah, when it was
PlayStation
like
3.
600.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, they definitely. I believe so. They definitely wanted to mark this starting at 600 for sure.
Yeah,
You know what I
probably.
mean? For
I mean, that
sure, they
makes sense
wanted to. And
because
then they seen Xbox wasn't going that high, so they had to compete because they were afraid for them getting to jump out the door. Period.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So they wanted to be competitive and compete from the
yeah,
jump.
because
So they met price
I've
match.
I've barely seen like any digital PlayStation 5s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I
Mhm.
have seen people, like, I think a buddy of mine, he has it. Um, and then, like, people I be seeing on Twitter, they post it, like, people are buying it, but I feel like they would have probably made and sold a lot more, because if I feel like if that is true, I'm not saying it's true because I don't see them going to 600. Like, that was just the no, you
Mhm.
know. But if
Mhm.
the PlayStation 5 physical version, physical with the disc, was going to be $600, then the digital was going to be that $499. You know what I'm saying? So they was probably going to pump that one way more than the one with the physical, you know.
Right. For sure.
But yeah, that's speculating. I mean, I see it being a possibility, but I just think PlayStation learned a lesson from the PlayStation 3. You
Maybe
know.
so, though. Maybe they did, Nate, but I don't know, man. I don't think
Mhm.
so. Because, I mean, look at the stuff they're doing, man. Like,
Mhm.
the price hike, and you think they learned lessons? No, they move kind of bullish. They do what they want, when they want, how they want, and
Yeah.
you got to deal with it. Like, I don't know, it kind of it gives me Apple vibes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
for real though,
Yeah.
like it's just our product. You're locked into it, and we own the rights to everything. And nah, we ain't doing no collabs. We ain't doing nothing special with nobody. We ain't can't. Nah, we ain't letting nobody. You know what I mean? That's how I feel
Yeah.
like they are. Like,
Mhm.
they're not for the gamer. They're for Sony PlayStation.
Themselves.
They're for
Yeah.
PlayStation gamers. That's the people that use their console. That's what their main goal is to provide
So,
for.
final question here: Do you believe that they're going to get away with it?
Yeah,
Do you think it's going to? How long do you think it's going to last?
they're good. They're good. They're good.
If you saw a PlayStation 5 right now at your local store for, 530 or however much it's going to be, you going to pick it up? Do you think 30 more dollars is too much to ask
Well,
for?
I don't have to worry about this problem, but if I did, $30 is not gonna make or break my purchase when I'm already spending 500. So
Mhm.
no, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it because I was looking back in the during the when the pandemic first hit. I was looking to pay 600-700 for one. So I'm 30
Mhm.
bucks for sure. I'm gonna drop 30 bucks on it. You know what I mean? Like,
All right, well, I'll make sure to edit this part out just in case PlayStation listening. I don't want them to be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, we got one. He'll buy
Nah, you said
it."
30 bucks, dog. You ain't say 50 or 100. The 50s and hundreds, those change your mindset drastically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Extra
sure.
30 ain't, yeah, I can squeeze a little 25, 30.
Mhm.
Start talking 50, I start asking questions.
Okay. So I know I keep saying last question. So um dang, it just slipped my mind right now. So what do you think? Should Xbox capitalize? Like, should they lower their prices, stay where they're at? And
Double down.
do you think it makes sense that they didn't raise the price in the US because of the competition?
It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because I know what they're afraid of people getting upset, Americans getting upset and not messing with Sony and just buying Xbox. That's what they're worried about because Sony has this market on Smash. I mean, Microsoft has it pretty much on a whole. They don't own it, but they're dominant. They're here dominant. You know what I mean? They're dominate.
Yeah.
They're not the dominant one, but they're here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
heavy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're to be reckoned with here. In the other places, they ain't really got to contend with them so much. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But here, they in your face. They, you know what I'm saying? In the news every day. They everywhere here. You know what I'm saying? Whereas other places, like I said, they're not. So I can see them being afraid of that. But I just feel like if you're gonna up prices everywhere, you should have just did it across the board because then that leaves resentment for everybody buying it everywhere else. Why are we so privileged to get it for
Yep.
the low, and the rest of the world has to pay more for it?
Yep. And doing it, they're saying that they did that because of uh allegedly the American dollar is worth more than it has been in recent times. So they're like, yeah, they don't have to raise it here because they're still making a profit at that price.
Right? Is that right? Okay.
Hmm. But yeah, so that's all I had to say. Did you have any little tidbits or anything before we jump into the final?
Nah, man. Let's roll it.
All right, so definitely let us know down there in the comments what you guys think about the price hike. Are you upset? Are you still willing to pay for it? Or if you're like me, it's like I already got my console. You know what I'm saying? I got my PlayStation 5. I'm good. You know, and I got it for $30 less. I just throw that out there. But anyways, um,
Low, low.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys think down there in the comments. We're gonna go ahead and move into the last topic here. So the last topic, this one actually kind of hurt me just a little bit. I grew up with this game. I what I'm saying? It's what made me really enjoy Xbox. It was the flagship title for Xbox, still considered the flagship title. But with this news, a lot of people
No,
are starting to, think differently. So it looks like the uh, Xbox or Halo 343 went ahead and gave us an update on when we can expect new content for um, Halo Infinite. So I'm gonna go ahead and show it here. All right, hopefully you guys can read that. But this is off Halo Waypoint, and it's showing the roadmap, the winter roadmap, and it's saying that it's the winter update, and it's saying starting November 8th through March 7th, you're going to get the Forge beta, the campaign network co-op and mission replay, the a free 30 tier battle pass, and new maps, which is called Detachment and Argyle. Think I'm pronouncing that right. Um, and of course, a bunch of other stuff as well. When I read this, I'm like, a free 30 tier battle pass. I'm like, why a free 30 tier? Is it like a special event going on, a winter event? And then I went ahead and read here that season 3 is starting March 7th. March 7th through June 27th. So it looks like they're making the season shorter, which is what everybody was wanting. But it looks like season 2 is going to last up to 10 months at this point, because I believe season 2 just started in May and it was supposed to end in November. So it looks like they delayed season 3. So
maybe
it
they're
says,
hoping Forge will take off.
so, hey, yeah, I'm praying that it does, because
Maybe they
Forge
leave.
has so much potential. We won't even need 343 could just sit back and relax at that point. Let the community take over, create
Right.
all of these maps and game modes and everything like that.
And you
So
know they're going to.
yeah, of course. Like that's what they need to
And
do, in
that's what
my
they're
opinion.
hoping. That's why
But
they're gonna give it to 10 months to hope ramp it up and then try to come back with the boom boom with the season. And maybe they got then have some more people to check in on it. That's my theory, but who
yeah,
knows?
totally. We'll talk about it more here in a little bit. Finish this little bit of information. So it says starting March 7th through June 27th, you're going to get new maps, new weapons. You're going to get the shroud screen. That's a new equipment, and you're going to get a new 100 tier battle pass. Of course, you're going to get custom game browser, a new narrative event, Forge beta updates, in-game reporting, new game modes, VIP and escalation, quality of life improvements, and new fracture event. All right. And the one thing here is that what we've been reading and hearing about is that they're going to scrap the couch co-op altogether. So it's just going to be, they promised it, you know what I'm saying? They said that, I remember they were saying how they made a mistake of not letting you do split screen in Halo 5, that they were definitely going to include it in Halo Infinite. And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and just be done with it, not even worry about it. So you're going to get co-op, but it's going to be online co-op. And yeah, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to you, Shane, before I give up my thoughts. What do you think about this announcement? Is this, oh man, like what do you think about this announcement, and what do you think about, what's the future for Halo?
Depressing unless the community makes some dope games and maps and brings Halo back to life. Other than that, it's dead to me, man. Like they might as well just scrap it. Ain't even don't even come out with season 3. Like just
Yeah,
trash the game, to pull the plug, admit
something.
defeat, and hit the drawing board and come up with something other than Halo. Like they just need to let it die. You know what I mean? I understand it was their baby and the franchise, game or whatever, but man, they're gonna have to just stop holding on.
Yeah, I agree. As much as it hurts, man, Halo. I, the thing about it is, like, the game is solid for what it was for the first few months. The multiplayer is dope. You know what I'm saying? And the campaign was actually all right. I believe it was a step up from Halo 5 and the whole open world aspect and everything. I actually went ahead and I finished that game, thankfully, and it was a pretty decent story. And I was liking what they were doing, and I was waiting for them to build upon that, you know. But man, just all these delays, the lack of content, the just how 343 is handling Halo at this point, it's just a bummer, man. Just because it's so special to a lot of people that it just seems like this game was supposed to pretty much prove to the new generation that Halo is still about that life. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
did not.
it seems like I haven't touched Halo in a few months already, just because of the lack of content. The battle pass, it doesn't even feel worth grinding for.
I haven't
You know what
touched
I'm
it since the
saying?
first drop.
Yeah. So this is my letter to 343 at this point. Like, I just think this is unacceptable. At me, I always try to look for the slightest hope and the positivity about all of this. I really can't. I absolutely can't at this point. I can't keep doing that to myself. This is definitely unacceptable. It's definitely questioning me. A lot of people have been saying they don't think 343 should be handling Halo at this point and give it to somebody else. I'm starting to feel that
Facts.
way too. Like, it's
Facts.
just they've dropped the ball, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I know I get up and go to work, do what I need to do every day, all day, nothing affecting me. Man, all right, I'm starting to see my tone start. I'm definitely starting to get passionate about it, but like, nothing has affected anything. Like, I can't be like, yeah, I can't show up to work because of the pandemic or anything like that, and a lot of people are in the same situation. Like, you can't, like, what's going on? Or do y'all not have enough people? It's only 5 people making stuff for this game right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling me you can't come up with any content? You can't come up with we've been waiting for Forge it was supposed to come out earlier this year, and it's coming out literally a year later. You know what I'm saying? These,
Crazy.
these are features that was supposed to come with the game day one. And we forgave you guys. At least you were giving us the multiplayer, and the campaign was coming out on Game Pass. That'll hold us over 2-3 months. But no, it's just getting aggravated. And my question to you, I've already said it. So what do you think should be done with Halo? And do you think 343, would you still give them another shot? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because before I give it to you, I think at this point, I think Forge is going to be the savior of this, but they need to do what I believe it was Final Fantasy 14 did. It came out, it was a dud, whatever, and then they like pretty much re-released it, and it was better than before. But they just need to go ahead and just like let this ship sink a little bit, and then just re-emerge it like a year later, or when there's a time where there's not games coming out or something, and be like, surprise, Halo, new, improved, looks better, plays better, got all this DLC for the campaign, boom, the multiplayer, we got
You know,
50 million maps, boom, you know what I'm saying? Do something like that, but go ahead.
nah, that's not helping me. They just need to scrap it, man. Just can it, put it up, pack it up, box it up, ship it out. Whatever you got to do, it's not doing it, man. They've dropped the ball too many times to the point to where I don't even want to hear nothing they have to say about Halo. Like, if Forge doesn't take it somewhere, I don't want to hear anything else about it. I mean, that's just how I feel. Of course, I'm going to hear and keep my ear to the streets and listen, just because of the field that we're in. But I mean, hey, honestly, I'm done, man. I'm done with them. Like, I wash my hands. I mean, if they come out with a different one, maybe I might check it out and see what's up, and they let somebody else deal with it. But if they just if they just let them do it, I definitely don't want nothing to do with it. And if that's the case, they just might as well just let it die, like I said from the beginning. And that's just how I feel.
I mean, I agree. I mean, at this, what sucks is that this was supposed to be like their live service, and this was probably going
Mhm.
to be the Halo to play this whole generation. If there's going to be another generation after this, which is kind of looking like with all the statements and everything, it seems like PlayStation also making moves, acquiring mobile developers and developers that's strictly going to make games for PC and things like that. Seems like the gaming industry starting to turn more to of just bringing their games to more platforms. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's not going, you're not going to need that generation to jump into next. Everything is just going to be continuous, and technology is going to improve, and yada yada yada. But I totally agree with you, man. This is yeah, if at this point just scrap it. Not saying I would like to see it come back in some way or shape or anything like that, but it definitely seems like they really need to just settle down, maybe go back to the drawing board, come out with a new game, if that's even what people want. I think a lot of people want to see id take over, the makers of Doom take the franchise over and see what they can do with it, um and just go from there. So
That would be dope, for real.
mm, yeah, see if they made like a more, I don't know what they would do. Just give it to somebody else to see what they can do, because Halo's still gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Like they still gonna do something with Halo. They just need to try to right their wrongs and
They
come
need
back.
some different heads in the studio to
Yeah,
give them something fresh, something new. They need something, man.
yeah, exactly. So my final thing here is that I posted on Twitter. I was like, it makes more sense why Xbox wanted to acquire Activision, because they knew Halo wasn't going to be what it used to be anymore. So they're like, let's go ahead and buy the king of first person shooters.
And then
Like,
we ain't even gotta worry about it no more.
we don't have to worry about
Then
Halo
we could just
anymore.
trash it
They could
like
put they
like
could put
Church Tech
Halo in
been
Call of Duty.
saying.
Yeah, what he been saying?
Then they can just can Halo, like I've been saying.
Pretty much. Like that's what they need to go ahead and do. Like maybe you can play, Master Chief might join Call of Duty somehow. You know what I'm saying? Do little, you could probably get a skin, play as Master Chief. Like
You know,
you know what I'm saying? Like that seems like that's where it's headed now. I'm just disappointed as a fan of Halo.
if
Um,
that goes through, hopefully.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're fighting it hard. They really
Sony
are,
ain't playing. They scared.
man. I just
They do. They do
I don't see
not
why.
want that to happen. They are worried, bruh. They are afraid of Game Pass, bruh. I feel like this is the first generation Sony has been on edge in a long time. They don't. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, they're
They,
on edge because they're on. It's different from like the PlayStation 3 generation because they started in the back already.
right,
They're afraid of, because they're in the lead and that they're going to lose during the, like, while they're in the lead. Like that sucks. You're in the lead and then you lose it. You know what I'm saying? It'd
right.
be different if you started in the back already.
Right.
So but yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just afraid of Game Pass and it taking off. And man, if it really takes off like it's supposed to, I know we've been waiting years now,
Yep.
but
Once the floodgates is
if the
open.
machine starts rolling and if this Activision goes through, oh man, the years to come, watch out, watch out. If it don't pan out this generation, which I say it should at least pan out, at least by the end of this generation, things
Mhm.
finally start getting like, dang, it might be too late, but man, I can't wait. That's what
Yeah,
I'm waiting on.
I totally agree. They're scared. And the whole,
I'm
I mean,
terrified.
I don't see anything not going. I don't think the acquisition is not going to go through, just for the simple fact, like the selling point is it's still going to be on just as many consoles as it has been. It's just going to be accessible to more easily, versus that $70 upfront purchase. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? But was there anything else you wanted to say about this? Kind of
No,
coming close
that's
on
it,
time.
man.
All right. So definitely, man, down there in the comments, go ahead and let us know what you guys think about this new update 343 put out for the roadmap of Halo Infinite, and season 3 looks like it's not dropping until March of next year. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show here. Of course, when I wrap up the show, I want to go ahead and let you guys know it is a new month. So, of course, PlayStation Plus games have been announced for the month of September, as well as Xbox games with Gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that a little bit. So I'm gonna bring that up. Um, Trying to get used to this. All right. So for PlayStation for the month of September, it looks like I'm not even ready yet. Scrolling up, boom, boom, boom. It has been announced that starting tomorrow, actually, by the time you're actually hearing this podcast, um, PlayStation is for PlayStation Plus members. For every tier, you're gonna be able to get Need for Speed Heat. You're gonna be able to get the Grand Blue Fantasy and the Toem. I believe that's how you pronounce it for the PlayStation 5. You'll be able to get them 3 games for the whole month of September. All right. And then it looks like here starting September 6th through October 3rd. All right. And that's for every tier. And then they also went ahead and announced for the PlayStation Extra and the PlayStation Premium tiers. Um, they're going to add some games there. Looks like Deathloop is coming to the PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra tiers, as well as Watch Dogs 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2, and Motocross and Chicory. All right. Those are actually going to be available. They're going to get released, spread out throughout September here. So a lot of people, this was big because a lot of people were expecting Deathloop to finally come to Xbox, and there hasn't been an announcement yet. People think PlayStation still has exclusivity for at least a few more months or maybe even another year. Who knows? We don't know. But it's kind of weird that Xbox hasn't announced anything about it yet. Maybe they will. It's just coming to PlayStation Plus first, and then maybe later this year to drop on Xbox Game Pass. So if you haven't played it yet, definitely go ahead and pick that game up, or actually try it out if you have PlayStation Extra or PlayStation Premium. So it looks like Deathloop is going to be available on September 20th. All right. So, but other than that, that is what PlayStation is offering for the month of September. Now,
Bad.
Xbox, it looks like Xbox games with Gold, you're going to get 4 games, of course. For September, you're going to get God's Will Fall starting September 1st through September 30th. And you're going to get starting September 1st, you're going to get the Xbox original game Thrillville from September 1st through September 15th. And then starting September 16th, you're going to get Double Kicks Heroes starting September 16th through October 15th. And then also on September 16th, you're going to get the classic, the OG. This is the highlight of these 4 games, which is Portal 2, which I still need to play myself because I really enjoyed the first one. So can't wait to jump into Portal 2. And that's starting, you'll be able to get that for free starting September 16th through September 30th. All right, so Shane, does this look like a good lineup? Who do you think wins this month? Usually it looks like PlayStation has been hitting hard. I know
It's
last month was
hard.
a big one for PlayStation subscribers, but it looks like these games kind of are on par. I still kind of give it to PlayStation, of course,
You
but
think
what do
these
you think?
are on par?
Uh, I mean, as for me being thrilled, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm already um, like from some of these.
You thrilled about what? Just Portal 2?
Like, yeah, because you get Portal 2, I'm looking forward to that. But it's like Need for Speed Heat. I mean, that's a big game. I'm not going. That's why I said I still give the edge to PlayStation. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like Need for Speed Heat. That's a more recent
I just
game than
don't
these
feel
other
like
games.
Games with Gold compares, man.
No,
I feel, I
they
just
haven't
feel like,
been.
but I feel like it's been dead for a long time, and they just recently announced something about them not adding any more games to the backwards compatibility stuff, or they're not gonna give any more Xbox original games away or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like I want to say OG Xbox
Oh,
games,
gee, yeah,
but even though they're
yeah, that's what I
adding
was
this
saying.
one, yeah,
Right, that's gonna be the last one, though, I believe.
hmm I agree.
Yeah.
So,
Because they
yeah,
pretty much gave away all the ones on their backwards compatibility stuff, you know what I mean? And they announced not too long ago that they were gonna not add any more games to it. So, you know what I mean? There's no more games to add to it. So,
I agree. Okay, so yeah, I think the Xbox games with gold isn't really cutting it either. It hasn't been
it's
for a
time to
while.
phase it out, and they need to do
Put
it
that
some other
put that
do some
resources
other
into
way.
Game Pass.
Right. Make it like where Game Pass has like 4 special games, and you get to pick one to play for a
Like
week or
a
something,
limit, yeah, exactly, or
like a
something.
limited time
Yeah, I
trial,
like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
whatever. The 3 or 4 different games you could choose from, get to play for like a week or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Something other than, because this is not cutting it. I'd rather get a decent, better game for shorter time than to get this. You know what I mean?
yep, I
Like,
agree. I was just thinking that, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe like how they be doing like the free games weekend thing, just make it
mhm.
like, for this week you probably get to play this whole game or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, I agree. All right. So, with that being said, that's all the news that we have to talk about in this episode. I just want to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning in and listening to us. We really appreciate it, man. If you could just go ahead and like and subscribe to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast YouTube channel. And then go ahead and share it to your friends and families, put them on. We're trying to reach I would love to see 50 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be, lovely. If we could see something like that, it would really
Right.
show that we're actually doing something. But man, I just want to thank you guys. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Donnie Trace, DONNYTR, the number 3S. It's right there for all my video watchers and listeners. And Shane, where could the people find you at?
That's at Terptech. That's TURPTECH. That's at Terptech on Twitter. And as always, we do this because we love to and not because we have to. And also, I greatly appreciate all of you. I would love to get our subscribers up, but I know this takes hard work and dedication. So I'm willing to put in that work. I'm not
Yes,
afraid. And we're going to keep continuing to do this, man. One day at a time, one step at a time, man. One subscriber at a time. All
yes,
right.
sir.
So let's just keep the needle moving, and I'm happy. You know what I mean? I just want to appreciate y'all for y'all's time here today. Once again, please like and subscribe. As always, it's your boy Shane, and we love y'all.
Yes, sir. So on that note, it's been fun and it's been real. But of course, until next time, never stop gaming, and we'll see you guys next time.